Hello and welcome to my first video on this channel. My name is Omni, and for this special occasion we're going to be taking a look at the Hercules Audio Noah. Now I am very excited because I have been waiting for this since I first heard it at CanJam Shanghai. That was about 3.5 months ago, and you may have heard of their flagship, the Moses. Now, the Moses, it is quite good. However, it is quite expensive. It is a multi-$1,000 IEM. And that's kind of a hard sell for people like me. And let's be real, for most people on this planet who don't have a lot of disposable income. But the Noah is quite different. I first heard the Moses in Shanghai, and I was very impressed. But then, I also heard this as a prototype, and I was also very impressed. But I had to know, I asked them, how much is this going to cost? Because this hadn't technically really been finished at the time. And they said $350 US. And I was like, wow, now we're talking. This is incredible for the price. This IEM is probably the one to beat under even $1,000. So without further ado, let's get into the unboxing and I can show you what this bad boy is all about. Alrighty. So we got a very simple box, nothing too fancy. It does the job, but who cares about the box anyway, right? Simple but effective branding. And there we go. Beauty. So it comes with travel case. But this isn't your regular type of travel case. It comes with this shaped insert, which you don't see too much on a lot of other IEMs. It's got a USB-C to 4.4 mil dongle to plug into your smartphone. It's got cleaning brush, and then a pack of Divinous velvet tips. So we'll set that aside. And we have the IEMs here, already hooked up to the cable. Get that out. We'll take this and get that out of our way. Alrighty. So now, if you look at these are, I believe, an aluminum shell. They're pretty big, but they're not too big. The nozzle is a little bit on the large side, but it's not entirely uncomfortable. So you can see there. Let me get you something to compare to, size-wise. I've got over here my Dunu Glacier, so we can do a quick size comparison test. Now, the Dunu Glacier is a little bit on the large side. It's definitely not the smallest, but personally, I find the Glacier very comfortable. As you can see, they're pretty comparable in size. But you might also notice that the nozzle is a little bit shorter. And I believe it's also bigger, or it may be just the thickness of the wall that might be fooling me. They're pretty damn close in size. So if you've ever tried the Dunu Glacier, you should understand how big these are and how well they'll fit. Maybe they will or will not fit you. Now, I was trying to, when I was listening to this earlier, I tried putting on these Divinous tips. And I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure whose idea it was to pair these tips with this nozzle, but I, for the life of me, could not get these damn things on here. So we're not going to bother with that. We're not going to fuck around with that too much. Over here, I have some tips set aside that I know fit on here. These are the Tangzu Sansai wide bore. And these are really good for a lot of wide nozzled IEMs. That's on there, right? Yeah. Excellent. Beauty. Sits very flush there. And it comes with this pretty nice braided cable. It's relatively soft. It's relatively pliable. It doesn't feel like there's a lot of memory with it, which is really nice. It doesn't feel, the coating feels rubbery, but the handling of the cable isn't that rubbery. It is very, very nice, actually. It is a little bit springy, though I'm noticing it now while just trying to wrap this up. It is a little bit springy, but overall it is very good quality. We got metal connectors, 4.4 mil balanced. Unfortunately, it is only 4.4 mil balanced. So if you're one of those people who doesn't like 4.4 mil, or you prefer 3.5 mil, then unfortunately, you're kind of out of luck. But for me, I personally don't care. I tend to use 4.4 mil for the power output, because I tend to run everything on my DX340, or I also have some headphone, desktop headphone amps that I run other stuff off of. I don't typically listen too much on the go. But yeah, so that's the package. Well, that's it for the unboxing. I'm currently working on a full-length review, so if you'd like to know more about the Hercules Audio Noah, please feel free to subscribe so that you don't miss the upcoming in-depth review in the next 2 weeks. Thanks for watching.